what in the goal
Am
reaching.
I pitching this video to somebody? Am I pitching this content?
No, these are our content. So when we go onto social media,
it just gives us like
this is what we're going to be talking about. This is like our core. What would you say?
Like the things. These are the things. If you were going to break our business up into categories of topics, these are some of the top level categories: content
pretty much
creation,
everything
marketing
else
strategy, business systems, and personal development and mindset. Not leadership.
Definitely not leadership.
Not leadership.
Okay.
And so the whole idea of the podcast is to podcast. By the way, I just think it's really strange that podcast is now synonymous with video. It is
But I don't think of a podcast as a video.
I don't personally,
No.
but apparently some people do. So whatever. But this is the
birth.
I was gonna say the conception.
Oh,
But I guess the conception already
we're
happened.
We're conceiving
The conception-
right now.
no, well-
welcome.
The conception
Welcome.
happened already. Not okay. So then this is the arrival. Then this is the birth. This is the birth of the what's it called? Lights, Camera, Traction podcast. So welcome to the podcast. And in this podcast, video series, whatever it is, basically we are doing it as a business. We just like spun up pretty recently, technically.
That's what you have to do for conception.
That's what you have to do. You spin up.
You have to do it.
Our plan is to create content in a way that is fun and sustainable and efficient. And this is one way to do it. Like, you know, Dana and Jennifer and myself, we've been talking about it and trying to figure out, like, what do we do to, we got to get content out. In fact, I think one of the driving pieces of this is we sat down and said, we need to find ways of measuring our success. Like in our individual lanes, how do we measure success? And one of the things that was on my lane was one of my KPIs was how much marketing media is going, how much content is going on. I was like, okay, yes, I love having targets to hit, but if I have targets to hit, I'm going to hit those targets. Like I'm not playing games. I want to hit those. Let's do it. Which means let's have a plan. And so the idea is we can create this podcast. We meet once a month. This is our first one. Numero uno, number one. And we meet monthly, we create the podcast, we film for a little bit, we talk about some different topics. It'll give us a long form video. We'll be able to take that transcript, we'll be able to break that down into a blog post for the website. We'll be able to take the video and chop that up into short form, so we'll have a really strong foundation. And then anytime we produce anything beyond that, behind the scenes content, she's the best, by the way, capturing behind the scenes. I'm not looking. Okay, I did it without even looking.
And I didn't even get hit.
And she didn't even get slapped exactly without looking. No,
Nobody's been
terrible.
hitting this video yet.
Not yet. Anything we create beyond this stuff, it's just icing on the cake. And I love icing and cake.
You know, I think too, it was coming down to if we are going to be talking to companies about content and about what they should be doing in their marketing space, how they should be becoming a authority in their space, like you kind of want to walk the walk if you're going to talk the talk. And so that was some of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we're great at funny stuff. We are great at being characters. We're great at being entertaining. But a lot of companies, that's not their vibe. That's not what they're looking for. And so to be able to show our diversity in what we can do and all the different avenues that we can create content in and be able to show, okay, we can do serious podcasts. We can do informative. We can do storytelling. We can do, you know, entertaining. All of those things are important to show.
We literally got that feedback. You said, somebody said, hey, yeah,
Totally funny.
these are great, funny videos that you guys have going out. Do you guys have anything else? And it's like...
Yeah, but you know what's so funny about that? Like, what do you watch when you're doom scrolling? When you're on social media?
Entertainment.
What is it that you watch?
It depends on where my mind's at. Entertainment primarily. If I just jump on, it's entertainment. But
If
like,
you're on social media, pretty much you are not going to social media to research something.
no, I'm sorry. When I hear social media, I think, honestly, it's like all of it, like YouTube. I know it's not really the same as social media, but like...
It's totally not.
I
the
research
same
on
thing.
YouTube. You know how
I
many times
research
I
on YouTube.
figure out
YouTube.
how to do car things on YouTube?
You're just like,
How do you
How do
replace
I-
an alternator in a Camry?
Yeah.
Yes, YouTube all
yeah,
the time.
for sure. I totally
Recipes.
research on YouTube.
I look up recipes on TikTok.
I don't consider YouTube
Recipes
social
for
media.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you?
no, not really. I mean...
I would maybe
Yeah, I guess you're
put
technically-
things on social media pointing to YouTube.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't know. I guess it's like all of it's kind of like lumped together into like
Content.
content, and then like that's lumped together into like digital and whatever. But I agree. I guess if you were to really parse it down, I don't think I would consider YouTube the same social media as like Facebook
Or
TikTok, or even TikTok is kind of a unique one in itself just because of the format. They're really kind of like, they like innovated from, Vine. You guys remember Vine, 6-second Vines? Those were I had so many funny Vines. Lost them all. So many funny Vines. But like, and like Facebook's trying to keep up with like the Facebook Reels and all that, and YouTube trying to keep up with the YouTube Shorts. But like really social media, I think for the longest time, the big heavy hitters is like Facebook, Instagram.
But then why does every small business owner feel like, oh, I must have a social media strategy?
Why? Because, okay, so you follow the eyes. Follow the eyes. We're like, best case scenario for your business, you want to talk about your business, talk about the things you're doing. How can you get into space with as many people as possible and have them ideally a captive audience? I mean, if you could stand in the front of a stadium, if you run a car repair shop or whatever, or coaching and business coaching and marketing, if you could stand at the front of a stadium, a lot of people, local businesses, they would probably just say definitely not to this, but that's crazy. Of 10 million people and talk about what you do. Would you benefit from that? Yeah. There are people out there today right now that are like, I need a video and it's got to be fun and exciting and cinematic, and I don't care what it costs. I just need it and it's got to be good. And I want to work with someone I know, but they don't know about me. They have no idea I exist.
Yeah,
And
and so
so-
something we learn in BNI, which we're all heavily involved in, is that visibility, credibility, profitability. And I think that a lot of people stop with visibility on social media. But there is an opportunity to
Or really
build.
don't even achieve.
Maybe they don't even achieve.
I think most people, this is the thing about local marketing, and we are definitely local marketing. It's actually not that hard to beat out most of the competition. Like if we were serving a customer and they were like, hey, I really want to like stand up as number one in HVAC, right? Hypothetically. 90% of HVAC providers out there are not marketing effectively, not doing any marketing. A huge chunk of those are not doing anything at all. They're not saturating social with organic. They're not running ads. They're not doing anything. There's no billboards or anything. There's a few big heavy hitters, and they're basically eating up the majority of anyone who's converting real time, where they're like, oh, I've got a problem. Here's an ad. I'm making a call. If they've got a good system, they're getting the booking.
Right.
So it's kind of like, there's a huge opportunity for any small business that like really wants to, if they want to invest in marketing and like make a presence for themselves, it's not that hard to do. Like within 6 to 12
And you're
months.
just talking visibility. You're not even really talking about credibility, right?
Well, I think credibility comes with the type of content that you post, where you post, and how you do it. And that's kind of the purpose of what this blog does too, is it gives us credibility around not just being slapstick. We do know what we're talking about. We do know that we can service different types of clients. We can make the content that they're looking for that fits their brand and their story and their vibe. But yeah, you're right. A lot of times they may have a social media presence, but they're not building credibility with it because they're not using the right content.
Yeah. There's a lot of content creators that are not small businesses, that they are just about views, right? How long can they keep eyeballs on? And so those are typically going to be the ones that are, there's not a lot of value. It's more...
Could be.
Yeah.
It depends. There's the sensational stuff out there, of course.
Oh, like the AMSR stuff?
Or
Is that
ASMR?
ASMR?
Yeah,
ASMR.
where people are like
Yeah.
watching,
I actually do have a little bit of a guilty...
Nothing's whispering into something.
like little soft.
So the next time that you go...
You gotta go really close to it. Yeah. You don't want to. Yeah.
I actually do like. Sometimes I'll be like sitting in the bed, like, okay, I just really want to go to sleep, and so I'll watch like the hair.
Go ahead. I saw one where they were like shampooing a dog.
A dog?
Yeah, they were washing
I did
a little
see
dog,
one, and they were like
oiling
cleaning
its nose and cleaning its paws. Yeah,
I did. I
it was
watched that way too
super
long.
cute.
Oh my
But I
And the
think
little
step
dog was so
one,
happy.
okay, so step one for a small business owner, so maybe you find yourself in this situation, is really defining what your content pillars are. Where are you going to create content around? Instead of just everything, where you're going to focus your energy and your expertise into. And that's where, when we kind of sat down, we had 4 different pillars that kind of came up for us. Like, these are the areas that we kind of have experience in. We want to be thought leaders around. And so the 4 are.
Content oh, I have like the official names over on my laptop, but basically content creation, marketing. I'm looking at
Content creation and storytelling.
Yeah, marketing strategy and
growth.
business systems and
automation.
These, I couldn't do without them. And mindset and personal development.
Right? That leadership.
Building leaders.
Right? that mindset and growth. Like, really what I think fits there is like productivity and work-life balance.
You know, and so like if you're a business out there and you're like thinking, oh yeah, I need to make my content pillars, and I need to figure out what content I'm going to make, and I need to figure it. And these are important things, but also important is jumping in. Sometimes it's important just to jump in. That's what we did here. This is our war room, right? This is like our conference area, and like we have the conference table pushed over, and literally like 15 minutes ago, we were all like at the table like brainstorming and writing stuff on the whiteboard, and we're like, okay, how can we just, sometimes it's, what is it, action breeds clarity?
Oh, yes.
Okay, sometimes you just gotta jump in. And so I threw a light, I grabbed the boom stand, and I threw up, you know what I mean, pop a camera, like turn it over here, let's go. To get going. And like, that's sometimes also something you need. And so I don't want people getting like inundated with, I've got to really plan this.
So my content strategy is going to take me 2 months to develop.
I've planned out the next 45 years of content. Like,
Right.
2 months in the world of social media, you're lost. Your competition is in there. Your clients are getting lower, like they are not paying attention to you anymore. Somebody else is in your space. 2 months is huge.
Yeah.
You can't wait that long to make a plan. You just have to get out there and do it. But that's where going through that storytelling process, that story branding that we do, can really help you to figure out what is the message you're trying to sell, or you're trying to tell people about your brand.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's where I think that's really
in a lot of
valuable.
ways. I mean, like that's like basically it's like time or money. So if you have lots of time and don't have money to pay professionals to do the heavy lifting for you and for your business, then you sit down and you do it yourself. And if you don't have lots of time, right, you've built up a lot of responsibility, and you know your time is very valuable because of what you have designed in your life. Well, then you take money, because your time is worth a lot more than that. You throw money at it and have professionals instead jump in and shortcut that piece and squeeze that down and deal with it so that you don't have to worry about it or stress about it.
And that's one of the things that I think we are trying to kind of focus and specialize here, is making it easy, efficient, yeah, so that you
And
can
fun.
come into the studio. Maybe you've already got a rough outline of what you want to talk about, but we've got the lights, we've got the camera, we've got all of that, and really you get to sit down and just have a conversation with us, or just talk directly to the camera, and suddenly you've got content.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of content.
Yep.
I think you made a great point with a client earlier. When you talking about something that you do and that you love and you know a lot about, it comes out naturally. I think people get really intimidated thinking about getting behind the camera and making content, and they put it off because they're like, I'm not
gonna look
prepared, or I don't want to do it.
stupid.
Yeah, or I need to have a bigger plan, or I need to
I look fat.
think about what I want.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many times have you sat down to look at media with someone, and
Okay.
they're not listening to anything that they said. They're not looking at anything other than they're like, "Oh my god."
I can't. It's the worst. So everybody, first of all, just so you know, everybody, everyone, okay? Just nobody seems to like themselves.
Okay, that's a little bit of a broad statement.
Okay,
People
whatever.
do like
What is it?
themselves.
But on camera,
but-
like people, they see themselves, they hear their voice, they're like, I cannot tell you. And it's even worse. I'm just going to be like completely brazen and, transparent here. When pretty women do this, it's the most annoying thing. Because I've filmed with
Roberts.
a lot of different
Julie,
people.
It's Julie. He's talking about Julie Roberts.
Yeah.
I filmed I filmed with a lot of people, and there are lots of people that maybe don't look as good as like a gorgeous woman on camera, okay, or a gorgeous person on camera, okay.
Yeah.
And so, but when you have somebody who is beautiful, they're like photogenic, and they've got a great smile, and they're charming and outgoing, and they're on camera, and they're like, wow, this is great. You filmed this great piece of media, and they're like, I don't like how I look.
I look old.
Oh my god.
But there was one that like there was like they saw bags under their eyes or something, and they like never even used it.
Oh my god. I just
And the
it makes
content
me
was
like
fantastic.
it makes my blood boil. And
I
I don't like the
do-
sound of my own voice. I mean, it just so okay,
If
fine.
you are going to be in the content space, if you want to provide value to people and you want to show up in video, you kind of got to get over yourself.
Well, it's not about you. Here's the thing. This is like basically the position I take on it. If you're going to spend time getting in front of the camera, if you're going to start a business, how about this? Just like if you're going to start a business, it's really not about you. It's about helping somebody. It's about providing value to others. Okay? And so you don't like your face? Fine. Okay, whatever. You don't like the sound of your voice? Okay, whatever. I don't care. If you're adding value, if you're helping somebody, step past your ego and do it because it's the right thing to do. That's all there is to it. That's really all there is to it. You know, and it's like, you know, put on your makeup.
You
put on a
don't
suit,
have
whatever.
to watch it
You don't have to
after
watch it.
you post it. Like,
And that too, but the content doesn't have to be them.
Jeez.
It
It also
doesn't,
doesn't
have
have
to
to
be
be you.
themselves.
It doesn't
it
have
can
to be
be their client.
She,
It
she's
can
just,
be
she problem solves.
She
I'm like, get over yourself,
over
man. Like,
it.
you need to like have like a reckoning, bro.
you know that, I mean, we have big personalities in here.
Do
and,
we? What's big? The rag's relative.
It's relative.
It's relative, but you know, if you really are uncomfortable being on camera, like we can cast someone to do it for you.
Yeah, it's true. And honestly, sometimes it's better for messaging and to resonate with audience and that sort of thing too. Like those are situations that come to. But really, like, come on, man, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You're like, you're fine. What are you talking about? Okay.
All right. So, are you excited to hear more from us around?
I'm excited about upgrading. This is just so you know, it's killing me. The shadow. Oh my god, give me a break. And the funny thing is, I'm like, you know, we really should light this, and they're like, no, it's totally lit. I'm like, what are you talking about? This
We were like,
little panel.
it's lit, man.
No.
That's what it was.
Can you see this? Can you see this? Look at that. Oh my god.
So
One
don't
light,
do
tiny little
that.
newer panel. Shh.
Okay, so next time we'll see, and we'll walk you through as we improve things, and maybe what. I already measured out something to like put on this wall because it's a little bare.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But I think
I'm
that's
Y'all
the
are
looking
point.
forward
both
to
so
it.
critical.
I think that's the point, though. Okay, yes.
But we hit record anyway.
That's
Yeah, we
exactly
did.
what I was gonna say. That's the point. We hit record anyway. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you just gotta do it and get it done because you know what? You're gonna go and go and go.
This will be valuable to someone.
Like, and I can't wait to hear the comments. Let us know. Did you find value?
Yeah. Roast her. Roast Dana in the comments. Okay. Cut. Okay.